Hey kiddos, Daddy here with another Daddy Does It. Today we're going to change the oil on this old 2006 Toyota Highlander. It's a V6 with the 3.3 liter engine. None of that really matters. When you're changing the oil on a car, it's all basically the same moves. So let's go learn those moves together. Alright? And another Daddy Does It. We'll learn it together. Sound good? Let's go, kid. Okay, so we're going to start by getting the engine warm. And you can tell by the engine's warm, well, you got to light the car up. And you can tell when the engine's warm because that needle won't be down on the C where it tells you it's cold. That little dipstick looking symbol there stands for your oil temperature. So this is telling you your oil, it's not cold anymore. And oil, when it's warm, flows faster. It flows easier. And so since we're going to drain the oil out, we want the oil to flow better. So we get the engine nice and warm by starting the car up, letting it go until it's nice and warm. And then we'll go get started draining the oil. So we'll turn the car off and then we'll head out to the other side. Put a little mat here for when I get down there and do the deed. First, you want to come in here and look at that tire right there. The drain plug is just up right there. You see it? There it is. And so I've got the pan underneath it ready to catch the oil. But before I get down there and do that, I'm going to remember something that old Uncle Dan used to do. That was, before you get down there and pop that drain plug, get up under the hood of your car and you're going to open your fill plug right here. Notice we got 5 weight 30. That's what we've got to go in. So we make sure always you got the right kind of oil when it comes time. When you're buying it, make sure that you've checked this is one place to check where you can see what kind of oil you need. So next I'm gonna open this guy. And the reason for that is that if we had it closed, it creates a vacuum and so it doesn't flow as quickly. This is gonna open the top. All right, so now that we have the top open to let air pressure do the pushing down, we can head underneath the car and open that bolt. All right, kiddos, let's get under there with our wrench and see if we can't break this guy free. Now, this is a 14 millimeter guy, and oh, am I going the wrong way? I think I am. It's righty tighty. If I'm looking at this, it needs to go this way. That's right. Oh, heavens to beds. Okay. Okay, are we there? Let's check it out. I want to do it as quickly as I can. Try and get the gasket with it. Try and get as little of the oil on me as possible. And feels like she's almost there. There it goes. Okay, so we are draining oil. Here's our drain plug. We're gonna go take a look at the gasket, see what we're looking at. And we'll have to get a new one. Here we go. And you know, it occurs to me, kiddos, that I've never used this drain pan before. And we want to be really careful never to spill a drop of oil, you know, in the environment. And so I'm just going to get down here and watch it. Make sure that it's really not going to fill this pan up, because this isn't the same kind of pan I have used in the past where it's the no spill kind. This is old school. We were wrenching on an old Firebird or something. Actually, it's just this good old McLeod. drain bolt. Looks like it's gonna be enough, doesn't it? Okay, so let's let it finish up. We will go do something else. Since that's just almost drained down there, I'm just gonna make sure that the world makes sense. And so I'm gonna check the dipstick here, make sure there's no oil on it. Let's take a moment and do that together, shall we? Wipe that off nice. Stick that old dipstick right back up in there. Oh, am I missing it? It's back over here, zipper. And then on back out. Well, the universe makes sense. There ain't no oil in there. So if there's no oil in there, then that means that we drained the right thing, everyone. Good news. All right, kiddos, so the next thing I'm gonna do is go for the oil filter. Now, there's a hard way where I get underneath and take the whole dam off, this whole thing here. But I mean under here, and I don't think I wanna do that. And as I understand it, if you're a committed young man like myself, that you can get to it right under the exhaust manifold. Right. Oh, come on now. There. You see it? See that white guy right there? That little white, filling your screen up? That's the one. And so, like, to show you a great shot of that is hard. But what I'm going to try to do here is snake my hand under. Notice I've waited till this exhaust manifold is not burning me. We turned the car off a little bit ago and I can touch the radiator. It's warm, but I can touch it. And the exhaust manifold, same position. I don't think I'm gonna burn myself on it. And if I am, I've got a rag to put over it so that I don't. So let's try this out, see what happens. I'm gonna hope that I can just get my hand right here and break it free. We'll see how it goes. So I had a pretty hard time with it from above. And then I got down below the car and saw that it is a little more accessible than I thought it was. Maybe I'm missing an air dam down here. Well, that's something I should look into, huh? But for now, I'm gonna reach up here and I'm gonna Maru. Yeah, you know, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And just like that, you just simply spill a little oil, like you were trying not to do. And that's reasonable too. So you grab that rag that you had just sitting right there just for that. Grab the phone if you can. Everybody's doing it right. Everybody's cooking with gas. All right. So that's really good. See? And then now that guy's cracked free. And we'll get up there and we'll clean that up. No big deal. Here we go. Side mount filters. Leak when you take them off. Silly goose. Just like that. That's great. Right where you're supposed to go. Right there, still warm. It'll just keep doing its thing. All right, kiddos. Next thing we got to do is take that oil filter we got off of there and verify our new one looks just like the old one. And they're the same diameter. They have a different hole pattern. They have the same inner diameter as well. I think it's gonna work. We also used that old online verifying tool to verify the tool. So next what we got to do is lubricate this O-ring here with a little oil. Now, you know, I've heard lots of folks say that you're supposed to use the new stuff, but like, isn't this just right here? Couldn't I just do this and get it on there? I think so. Feels right to me. Get some more on there, just make sure. It just has to make a seal, that's all. And so, a little bit of lube to start it up. Okay, I think that does that there. Now, we can go back under the car and we're gonna replace this filter that we just took off. Notice it's a Wix. I think that means that Derek and I get to be friends. I hope so. They had on there a Napa. Ain't so bad either. We're gonna replace this filter under there, and we're also gonna replace the drain plug. So let's get going. Okay, kiddos, we're gonna get the oil filter back on that spot that we took it off from, right there, so you can see. Before I get up there and put it on there though, I need to clean it. So I'm gonna clean it with a rag, make sure there's no junk left up there, and then I'm gonna put the filter on, then we'll move on to the drain plug. Oh, hey kiddos, I almost forgot. We need to prime this, just a little bit of oil. I primed the O-ring, but not the filter itself. So I'm gonna pour just the tiniest bit. It doesn't have to be much, because the whole system fills up really quickly as soon as we start it. But I like having just a touch, just an ounce, almost nothing in the filter already, just to make me feel good about it. So I'm gonna pour just a little of this in there. It's gonna be hard, so I'm gonna use both hands and not show you. But that's what I'm doing, and then we're gonna install this filter. You ready, set, go. There you can see I'm glad I used two hands. It even was kind of hard to pour even in that hole, even using two hands. So, but you can see I just poured like an ounce, almost nothing in there, just so that it would be primed when we start the system. And then everything will fill up really fast. It has oil pressure, it's not a problem. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna get on down here underneath the car to where that filter came off, which is right there. Right. Come on now. There. That spot right there. And we're going to be careful not to cross thread it. So that means we're going to be really careful when we screw it on so that it goes on straight. And here we go. All right, kiddos, so before I am putting on the oil filter, I've got a rag up here to clean the mating surface where the oil filter goes to. It's this kind of aluminum, maybe, I don't know what kind of metal it is. It's a metal housing right here. And when I first touched it, wow, it was just filthy. And you want it nice and clean so you get a good seal. So I'm just taking a rag, taking my time, and just using, you know, a little bit of finger juice. And that finger juice took all that gunk right off. Let's show you what it looks like now. I think I got a shot of it from before, so maybe this will be useful even. But there it is now. Do you see how shiny that is? It is just, oh. So now we're ready to take that filter, which we primed. Remember, we took a little of the old oil and we primed the surface of the O-ring. So now we just have to get it on there without cross-threading it. And away we go. Okay, I'm gonna take my Wix. Sneak it on up over in here. Just kind of work it on there. Don't be afraid of getting dirty, huh? She goes all the way on there real good. Now I'm gonna clean it off so that I can put some muscle on it. All right, we're gonna clean it off, get the oil that was on my fingers and kind of what dripped out while we were working on it, because a little did drip. Okay, get that off of there. Now, I'm gonna put it on there real good. Real good. I mean, we saw how hard it was to take off, so it's not like Hulk tight, but I'm allowed to put some muscle on it, I think. That felt good. Oh, just a little more. Okay, that's good, I think. That's not going anywhere. All right. So daddy tight, daddy torque pounds. Up to, let's see, drain bolts next. Here we go. So we gotta get this junk out of the way. And we gotta be careful when we're moving stuff not to make any more mess. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pour it into another bucket that I have laying aside. Maybe I'll just leave it in this. And then we will use the new can for it. So I'm just gonna set this aside for now, carefully moving it without spilling any of it. So two-handed job, see you in a minute. All right, so we ordered these special gaskets that are for this model of Highlander. I think you could just use a crush washer, but we want to get the old washer off of this guy. There he goes. That's gonna not want to come. There he goes. The old guy there. Oops. And away he goes. We'll get him in a minute. Do a little inspection. Let's get some of that junk off of there, shall we? And then we will put the new one on and then install it. There we go. I don't have any carb spray or brake cleaner on me right now. This is gonna do just fine. It's okay. Yeah, good enough. Get this guy on there. Didn't even seem to have one on there. That's part of my issue, huh? All right, let's go take a look. Down goes Frazier. Let's wipe it up real quick. Get this guy in place. Just replacing the drain bolt. Same spot we had it. You know what? Before I put that on there, let's just trust but verify, right? That's my new one. There is no old one. Okay. Good job, Zebra. Off we go. Okay, that's daddy finger tight. Now let's see if we can get it daddy wrench tight. Same thing, I don't have a torque wrench yet. One of these days, Harbor Freight will be watching for me. Bah. Until then, that feels about like 33 foot-pounds, which is the right number. I don't have the right tools. So, nice and tight. But not so tight that we strip the bolt. Silly goose. Should we check it one more time? Remember, 14mm wrench here. And since I'm kind of doing a torquey thing, I'm not using the ratcheting side. Yeah, no, that's good. That's not going anywhere. Okay, so now we have plugged up the drain. We have screwed on that old, look at it, isn't it look good? That Wix filter. Okay, next. This engine is thirsty. Let's go fill it up. Okay, we are at the final step. We've got a funnel into the fill hole on top of the engine block, and here we go. Ready? Now I'm just gonna fill about 4 quarts. I've got a 5-quart jug here, and I'm gonna fill about 4, and then check the dipstick, light it all up, let it run for about a minute, and then see where we're at. So here we go. All right, we're just gonna keep on filling here. Not quite to the 4-quart level yet. Keeping an eye on it, and you know, these funnels can jump on you, so I'm just keeping a hand really close here in case I have to grab it. But we'll just keep on filling this up until we get this bottle down to the 1. And see, it's 2.5, so we've given it about 2.5 quarts here. And when we get it down to 1, we'll know we've given it 4 quarts. And then I'll light it up. Well, we'll take a engine dipstick reading, then we'll light it up for about a minute, take another reading, and fill up what's needed left. So also, kiddos, I thought I'd show you, I chose Valvoline for this time, not particularly because that one matters more than some other reputable brands. It's 5-weight 30, that mattered. I was hoping to get full synth and that high mileage stuff because this old girl's been going a long time. We're just almost to that 1 quart mark. I guess we're at just about 2. Here we go. Getting cold out here. Oh, that snow on the ground. Almost. All right, kiddos, so I managed to do just exactly what I said to be careful not to do. And I let that funnel move on me, and I had a little spill. So now I have to go through and find all of the spots. I've cleaned many of them, but I'm finding more that could possibly drip. Otherwise, I won't be able to verify the job I did. Oh, learning is fun, isn't it? It's great. Let's get in there together. All right, so I quick changed around the cardboard so that if that spot drips again, we'll see it new right in here-ish, right in here. So now we're gonna get up here and check the dipstick. I think we got we cleaned it all out of here, and silly daddy down there. I mean, we did a mostly good job. Okay, so next, let's put the top back on it. We will check the level of the oil. Maybe I'll get a new one for that. Boom. We will check the level of the oil. It only wants to go in there one way. So, you know, if I got it upside down, then there you go. Okay, that's showing just about halfway. See that? Can you see that? Just about halfway between those dots. So I think we're gonna have to give it some more, but we're gonna light it up first. All right, so like we said, we're going to start it up and let it run for about a minute. And let's see. No new scary lights yet. That's wonderful news. All right, kiddos, that's been about a minute and a half. Let's go check our dipstick, see how she looks. My guess is we have to add all the rest of the stuff. Here we go. So as you can see here, kiddos, it's not past the first dot, so we certainly need more oil. I'm going to fill the rest of that oil that we got there, and we will see where we're at from there. Just about full, almost there. Stay on target. Almost there. All right, as soon as this finishes up, we will take this out, we will plug it up, we will start it up, check it out again. Okay. All right, let's go start her up. Let it go for a minute, and then lastly we have to remember to turn this maintenance required. We have to cycle that, which I think I'll do in a different video. All right, kiddos, let's go check it out. Let's turn it off, and we'll go check that dipstick again. Okay, gang, as you can see, the oil is between the two dots. And that's what we want, is between the two dots. So, we're gonna call it good. We'll put the dipstick back in. Okay, kiddos, that's it for today on changing the oil. Don't forget to check out our other videos on how to recycle the oil. That's what we're gonna do with this guy here. And also, we have one on how to reset that light on the dash that says, hey, change your oil. In our case, it says, maint wrecked. Go check it out. Maintenance required. Okay, so be sure to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye.